What is up, everyone? Welcome back. I'm Achara Kirk, joined by Vivian Day.
Hey.
Today, where is Jabby, you say? Well, I decided that I wanted to watch more of these Ramayan videos with a special friend. Now, you actually have like a really big interest in this type of stuff,
Yes.
right?
I'm huge into mythology, religion, etc., etc. So I am super excited that you asked to do this with me because
I'm excited too.
and I'd be a geek and be like, oh.
I reckon you probably know more about this stuff than I do, because I don't know a lot. I know about the Ramayana because it is also important in Thai culture. Is that the same in Vietnamese?
Think so.
Do you guys?
No, but as with all religion and mythology, they follow the same archetypes and same sort of stories and fables and lore. So
Yeah.
just be a good person.
Be a good person.
Mm-hmm.
We're actually jumping ahead to season 1, episode 13. This is Ganga. But as usual, you guys can go ahead and go to 21 Notes and check out any of the other videos that they have. We're just jumping ahead to some of the highlights of the story. But if you want to get a deeper dive, you can definitely do that. So we're going to go ahead and check this video out. Here we go.
This is VALMIKI Ramayan,
so
Season
cute.
1, Episode 13, Ganga. As they headed north from Siddhashram to Mithila, Vishwamitra told his fellow travelers, Ram, Lakshman and the Rishis, the history of the lands they passed through. When they came upon the banks of Ganga once again, Vishwamitra started narrating the story of Vriddhim Janma cha Gangaya, Ganga's creation or birth
Oh,
and
cool.
her development. Now we are traveling back many, many years even before Ram's time. Therefore, Valmiki may not have been the first to document these events.
Okay.
Ganga's story is found in some other texts as well.
So go there if you want, like, the source.
Purvavrittam Katha Yuktam. That which has happened in the past, told its story format.
Beautiful.
So
Oratory.
as we read the story of Ganga, let us also sift through the narration to understand which is the Purvavrittam part, fact, and which is the Katha Yuktam part, embellishment.
Embellishment. Every
Zhuzh.
good story, according to Mr. Javi Koei, has some form of embellishment. I'm not good at this myself.
I'd agree. It can be done in small emphasis, you know,
Right.
like just really pinpointing one particular fact.
Like-
Like here's the punchline or here's the
Right.
you know, even if you're just
The most interesting part of the story and just kind of shine that up a little bit.
yeah, some people are really talented at doing that, you know, storytelling and kind of even if
Yeah.
it's boring, they're able to hit it.
That ain't me. But maybe
I don't know
Valmiki.
about that. I've seen a short film or two.
No, I just tell the truth. I just tell straight facts, you guys.
You deal with it.
In ancient times, there was a great king of
I love this
Ayodhya
effect.
called
Beautiful.
Sagar. In his time, there was a severe water crisis. Thousands of people died.
Wow.
The only possible solution
old drought.
was to bring water down from the icy tops of Himalayas
Sounds like a
into
good
the
plan.
dry plains
That all?
below
Climb a few
to
mountains.
bring down the Ganga. Told in story format, Sagar's 60,000 sons
How
had
do you
been
have
cursed
60,000?
and burned to ashes.
Oh,
and
all of them?
needed Ganga's water for their redemption.
Wow.
They got Thanos.
Yeah.
His grandson Anshuman and great-grandson Dilip all tried hard but were unsuccessful. The land had been reeling from the water crisis for 4 generations.
Oh my god.
Dang.
Katham Gangavataranam Chinta Paro Bhavat. Now it was up to Dilip's son Bhagirath. The challenge was not only to get the water down from great heights, but to do it safely, without causing any environmental disturbance.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Gangaya patanam prithvi na sahishyati. The earth will not be able to bear the descent of Ganga's water.
That's how great it
Ganga
is.
starts her journey at Gangotri, which is at a height of 3,400 meters or more than 11,000 feet. She reaches the plains at Haridwar, which is at only about 300 meters or 1,000 feet.
Oh,
Wow.
The straight line distance between Haridwar and Gangotri is 138 kilometers or 86 miles.
Right.
Over such a short distance, imagine water is falling down a height of 3 kilometers.
The devastation.
Bhagirath brought down the water in smaller streams so
Smart.
that the flow could be better controlled and then connected them. In story format, it is told that the force of Ganga's flow was throttled by Shiva, into
Wow.
whose matted hair the river fell.
I love that.
But making the connections was also a huge challenge, for Ganga was lost in the maze of Shiva's hair.
I love
Could not
this.
find a way out for many years. Eventually, Bhagirath was successful, digging flow paths, making bunds and embankments. Or, in
Wow.
more poetic words, Bhagirath on his chariot led the way, and Ganga followed.
Follow me.
Yato Bhagiratho Raja, Tato Ganga Yashaswini. Wherever King Bhagirath went, Ganga followed.
Wow.
There was a major problem just
Okay.
as the project seemed completed.
Oh no, there's always a problem near the end.
Ganga's waters disappeared,
What?
perhaps split into streams and percolated into the ground.
Oh no.
Mahatma Janhu
The ground is
suggested a
thirsty.
realignment of the flow path, and finally the river came down to the plains in the desired way.
This is awesome. I love the juxtaposition of like probably the more realistic version
Yeah.
of what happened and then the legendary story version.
Yeah.
I love the romanticized version where it's like, and then it was like traveling through Shiva's hair and like just the visualization of that. It's like
Beautiful.
it's beautiful. Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
amazing to kind of think that. And it's like, oh yeah, that could totally make sense. It's like, it's just flowing through the hair and that. But then also thinking about the possibility that it was actually people building these embankments.
A long time.
Yeah.
Doing that for a
Imagine?
long time. A lot of work.
Back then, and like, it's not like you had like machines, like a
No.
digger or something like that. Like,
No.
you would have had
manpower.
manpower, yeah. And then what I also really love, and I think this really speaks to the ingenuity of the Indian people, because we know you guys love to be like doctors, engineers, lawyers, and all of that. And so like the part where it was like, oh, there was a problem, but then we did some problem solving and just rerouted the whole thing.
big deal.
No big deal, because we're engineers.
Yeah.
I love that.
And what else would you do?
I'd say
Sit there.
that's amazing. That's incredible. Wow. My mind is like really blown right now.
I love how they're portraying it and conveying it in this. And like I get to see too how this story turned into legendary form would be a great informative thing for people all over. Like
Right.
word would pass on. And even if like no matter what level of education you're at, you'd be able to understand, oh, this is possible if you have a problem, a drought.
Yeah.
Go to the mountains, figure it out.
Smart.
It's Shiva. He'll help you out.
And Shiva will help you along
Yeah.
the way, which is
Yeah.
fantastic.
In story format, the river appeared through Janhu's ears.
What?
Bhagirath charted her flow all the way to the sea. And so was completed one of the greatest civil engineering works of all time.
Wow.
And it was done in an environmentally sustainable way.
We love that. Can we continue to do
The
that?
new river
that
brought
important?
health and prosperity to the people. Ganga gave life. And so she is Ganga Ma, the mother. She is Bhagirathi, born through the efforts of Bhagirath.
Mad
She
props.
is also called Jahnavi in memory of Janhu's contribution.
This guy helped out too.
By the
Yeah.
way, since a new river was born, she must have a birthday. which we celebrate on the Dashami of Jyeshtha. Valmiki says that Ganga's waters started teeming with Matsya Kachapasangaihi Shimshumaraganaih.
I love his voice.
I
Shoals
know.
of fish, turtles, and dolphins.
Life.
The famous Ganga River dolphin that we
Wow.
can see even today.
I didn't know that.
And Ganga's flow was Kwachid Drutataram Yati Kutilam Kwachidayatam Vindatam Kwachidudbhutam Kwachidyati Shanai Shanaihi. At times rapid, at times slow,
Like life.
at times curving, at times wide, at times suddenly falling down, only to rise up again. Muhururdvapatham gatva papata vasudham punah. Again and again it would rise up, only to come crashing down to the ground.
Cyclical.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a promo for whitewater rafting at Rishikesh. What a fantastic achievement by Bhagirath.
Yes,
To this
truly.
day, a great effort is also called a Bhagirath Prayas
Wow.
or Gangavatarana. What an inspiring story.
Truly.
There is much more to it, but we need to wrap up now.
No.
As Vishwamitra said to Ram on one of the nights of their travel, Kator dharatrah ka kutstha kathah kathayato mama. I have been telling stories, and it's past midnight now.
Oh my gosh, it feels like
O
Arabian
Ram,
Nights.
Let us all catch some
Right?
sleep so that we do not face difficulties in the journey. Always the wise old men telling the ever enthusiastic youngsters
And
to
more.
go to bed.
Aww.
Per asa. That is how it happened.
Oh,
Amazing.
I'm so impressed.
Yeah.
By this. Like, I wish I had this when I was a kid. I want kids to watch this too.
Yeah, I feel
know?
like it's so accessible for everyone.
Yeah.
Because it's told in a way, I like the sense of humor as well, where for adults we're like, haha, jokes, but also, taking the subject matter seriously and treating it with a lot of respect. But then, like you say, also straightforward enough and colorful and fun enough, I think, for
Yeah.
children to watch and listen to.
Yeah, not shying away from the wonder aspects of it all, which you need if you're telling legendary things like this.
Yeah, totally.
I love it. I love the silhouettes. I love his voice every time he was like vocalizing the script.
Yeah.
the actual script. I was like, ah,
Yeah.
I could listen to this forever.
It also sometimes like the way the rhythm in which he's speaking the Sanskrit text, and I guess maybe it is because in all of our Buddhist chants and stuff they're all in Sanskrit, so I'm just like immediately just like
You're in the zone.
I feel like I'm like at the temple listening or trying to speak along to the chants, and sometimes doing really great, the ones that I remember, and then the ones that I don't, I'm just like,
I feel like even his dialect or how he's pronouncing things is a little closer to how it was. It felt a little more indigenous in a way.
Right,
or
yeah,
like
yeah.
Natural.
natural,
So
definitely.
I'm so impressed with this.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Y'all.
And there's a few more episodes to go until the end. So there's like 4 more episodes. Ahalya, Vishwamitra, Sivantanush, Balakandam Sampurnam. Wow. For the whole
Good
first season. And it's like every time he ends as well, I'm like, what? I want more.
Like, don't stop. Fine,
stop.
commercial break. I'll go pee, but like, we're not done.
I want to come back and do some more. So
Which is why it's great. It's so short.
yeah, this is what I really love about the length of them, because I would rather have it be that you finish watching something and you're like, I want to go on to the next one, which is also super handy when you've got it all in a playlist like this. So you could feasibly just keep rolling onto the next episodes until you're done, or until you're like, okay, I have to move on with my day or whatever. But like, I can totally see how if you're just, taking a lunch break or
Yeah.
as like a study break or something, be like, oh, let me just, watch this for like a quick 10 minutes or something while I do something.
I love that it's not super hyperactive too, with like visuals and
Right.
like animation, like effects and stuff. It kind of pays homage or respects the actual oratory part of it. And
Right.
They're like, no, you need to listen to, not just be bombarded with visuals all the time. I feel like we're so overstimulated that this is a nice combo.
Yeah, and I think also because of the content, because of the nature of the content and just how fantastical it kind of is, it really invites your imagination to go there. Like, because when he was talking about, you know, Shiva's hair and stuff, I was already kind of seeing it in my mind. And especially the legendary storytelling of like the chariot, the water coming out of the ear and all of that. I was like, this is wild, but I love it because like this is what I think, you know, in the past is how we would imagine things into being, right? Like when you read mythology from, like you said, all different cultures, you see these kind of elements that really start coming into play. And it's like, yeah, how would you explain this to someone back then in a way which is like awe-inspiring, but also makes sense, you know?
And for me too, you get to see the geography of the land.
Right.
Just by the way they're describing the paths that it had to take, you automatically imagine these mountains being crazy. Like, it's not just like, oh yeah, just dig a little pathway down and it'll just roll down. No, you have to like go around. There's a thing that looks like an ear here and then it spouts like this. And it's really cool because then we can all imagine it, even if we've never seen it or been there or can't travel to it ever.
Yeah. And I think
that.
Also like the river is a really great analogy for life and just like all of the different paths that you might have to take. Sometimes you go up, sometimes you go down, but you always come back up again, you know, and I just think that that's just really incredible. And I love that this story about the Ganga is included in the Ramayan, and I'm very excited to find out more. I hope you guys are as well. So please do check out 21 Notes. Tell them we sent you. Watch more of these videos. They are so much fun and so very informative. And there are so many seasons already up there. So check it out, y'all. And we will see you next time. I'm Achara Kirk. This is
Vivian Day.
Ciao.